All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to look beyond the poses we all know and explore the inner architecture of yoga. What's really going on when the practice moves from the mat into the very way we experience our own minds. And we'll start with what most people think of when they hear the word yoga.
You know that sense of inner calm or emotional clarity you might feel after a class? It stops feeling like some random happy accident. It becomes something we can consciously recognize and even develop, taking the benefits of yoga way beyond the mat and into our everyday lives.
The fundamental pivot of the whole practice. The shift from constantly looking outside ourselves to finally looking within.
Think about it like this. Any yoga practice, physical or meditative, is like a workout for your muscle of attention and focus. And our default setting, right, is to aim that focus outward, at our jobs, our goals, our relationships. Yoga offers this kind of radical invitation. What happens if we turn that highly trained, powerful spotlight of attention back onto ourselves? This is where the real inner work begins.
And when we do turn inward, we find that these three things, the body, mind, and consciousness, they aren't separate layers at all. So to navigate this inner landscape, we need a different kind of map, a different kind of knowledge than what we're used to. And this is where philosophy comes in.
Our modern world is pretty much built on sensory knowledge, what we can see, hear, and measure out there. But yogic knowledge proposes another equally valid field of study, the self. It's like a science of internal observation, focused not on the outside world, but on the very nature of the consciousness that's doing all the perceiving in the first place.
In fact, yoga has a specific term for relying only on that outward-facing knowledge, avidya. Avidya isn't just ignorance, like not knowing something. It's a type of knowledge that actually covers up a deeper reality by convincing us that the external world is the only thing that's real.
There's a classic analogy that captures this perfectly. Imagine you're in a pitch-black room holding a powerful flashlight. You can shine it on everything, the walls, the furniture, the floor, and see it all in perfect detail. But the one thing you can't see, the person holding the flashlight. Yoga is all about turning that light around to finally see the one who's holding it.
So how do we do that? How do we actually turn the light around? Well, it all starts by changing our fundamental relationship with our own minds, shifting from that automatic knee-jerk reaction to conscious observation.
The great sage Patanjali gave us one of the most famous definitions of yoga. This doesn't mean stopping all your thoughts or achieving a blank mind. That's a huge misconception. It means quieting the repetitive, reactive patterns, those mental habits that just run on autopilot all day long.
So this really gets to the heart of it. On one side, we have our default setting, automatic reactivity. A pleasant feeling comes up, we cling to it. An unpleasant feeling appears, we try to resist it. A thought pops up, and we immediately follow it down a rabbit hole. The practice of yoga, on the other side, introduces a pause. We can notice pleasure without having to cling. We can observe pain without resisting. We can see thoughts arise and pass, without getting swept away by every single one.
At the most basic level, our inner world is governed by these two primal forces: attraction, always trying to hold on to what feels good, and aversion, trying to avoid what feels bad. Yoga's approach here is radical. It doesn't ask us to eliminate these forces, because that's impossible. It simply asks us to watch them. And in that simple act of observation, their power over us begins to change.
And this practice of observation, when you do it consistently over time, well, that leads to the ultimate goal, the real transformation of your inner world. This is a huge shift in orientation. Instead of spending all our energy trying to arrange the external world to be perfectly pleasant and pain-free, which, let's be honest, is an impossible task, we work on stabilizing our own internal system. That way, we're less shaken by life's inevitable ups and downs.
Over time, this practice develops a quality of awareness sometimes called the witness. It's that part of you that can observe your thoughts, your feelings, your sensations without being completely consumed by them. It's a stable, clear, and calm center right in the middle of all the constant change.